after the night. For many of us today, the sun is rising again. So seems like all of you who are gonna listen to my voice now are grateful to be alive. Greetings to life. Are you interested into balance? Grateful peace and harmony. And I'm sure many of you already have a plan in your mind. For those of you who already have a plan in your mind, what is that plan? What is it for? If you already have a plan in your mind, means you have a behavior in your mind. What is it like to have a plan? J'espère que tout le monde en forme. Que la lumière soit. Shalom. Aïe Bobo. Assalamu alaikum. Que la paix et la lumière soient. Dans nous toutes. Et m'espérer nous venons là. Bienvenue en frère et en sœur. Je tiens nous venons parler là. Nous venons dire tout le monde comment vous y est. M'espérer tout le monde en forme pour. Réalité, il y a des gens qui sont contents, il y a des gens qui sont fâchés. Il y a des gens qui sont contents de parler football, mais il y a des gens qui sont grand goût. Mais ça ne va pas empêcher le rêver, ben il rêve sans bas peau. So, par contre, welcome and welcome again. Je veux dire, si ou même vous sont monde qui est intéressé à garder que réalité ça, c'est pas rien qui a fait l'homme, mais qu'on bagaille qui manque, qu'on bagaille pas dire. Garder match football, distraction en carnaval, pas jamais vraiment fait. Distraction avec carnaval, pas jamais vraiment fait que ça ou même qu'on gagne, qu'on pose la question. Ça va empêcher, ça ceci n'empêche pas cela. Mais ce sont gens qui vivent dans la réalité, ce sont gens qui a cherché à comprendre pour qui ça, comment, qui gens, qui ça fait philosophie. De pour son monde qui aime poser questions même j'avais, je suis capable de dire comme ça que hey, welcome, nous n'avons venus dans le bon côté. Mais tous sont monde tout qui intéressé à poser questions, à philosophie la vie, connaît tout moins ensemble avec vous. Comme regarder ça, moi je ne vais pas comprendre. Ah. So, how you guys are doing? Bienvenue dans Simplicité, bienvenue dans Office Simplicité. Et Office Simplicité veut dire que je dis à la de make sure que tout bagage marche correctement. You need to think about a business. Faut penser avec un business. Qui avantage qui gagne dans business, comment on fait business et pour qui ça tout le monde doit un business. Moi, pas besoin de dire que vous connaissez déjà 1,2 million de dollars, 1,2 million de monde déjà qu'on y a là en 20 décembre 2023 pour révoquer. Chaque compagnie commence à révoquer par eux. Banque, hôtel, compagnie technologie, gros compagnie comme Amazon. C'est l'argent nous si moi-même, si ou même. Dans le moment ça, market là, en loli lolai. Mais qui ça crée? Toute market vient qu'on vient online. Toute market vient online. Gonne qui les Tai Lopez. Tai Lopez vient avec ça et depuis là toute market most of retail stores went online on the pandemic. Alors pandemic là comme ça, vous comprenez? So, adapting the next normal in retail store might make it. Most of you nous connaissent ça. Les décisions prennent en côté, si vous dit à prendre du riz ou bien à prendre un moulin, whatever the choice is, vous moun ka bénéficier. So, qui ça veut dire pour moi-même? L'aime vinn connaître que qui ça gros compagnie yo, gros IN corporation yo fait pour ka adapter yo. Les moun vinn pas marcher dans la rue, retail store, moun pas qu'on a dans mall, la réalité blanche. Qui ça yo te fait pour t'adapter yo? Pour t'adapter yo, il te fait des bagages bien simples. Pour qui ça? Parce que pendant la pandémie là, tout le monde vient de une sécurité hors de online. Toute transaction vient faite online, ils ont encouragé les gens online. So, ça dit contact qui te gagne, moun per moun, parce que par contre ça bagaille là. Et c'est comme ça qu'on voit que e-commerce business pour le spike. Non, mais qui e-commerce? E-commerce, des bagailles que nous besoin. L'huile, poivre, maïs, moulin, diri, tennis, rad, des bagailles que nous besoin. Et c'est pas là, moi-même, avant nous supposons parler. Côté monde qui connaît l'économie. Pour ça, nous avons un huge spike ça. Et pendant ça a monté à là, exactement, si je prends exemple de communauté haïtienne online, communauté haïtienne qui représente 2 millions de monde dans la population américaine dans la Kounia là, a dépensé 6 billions de dollars là. Et il y a un huge spike. Monde qui achète plus online. Et ce n'est pas une question de nous-mêmes seulement. Il faut connaître que nous, à travers le monde, achète plus Mercedes. Il y a des gens pauvres en Afrique. Et c'est côté qu'achète monde noir même acheter plus Mercedes. Qui est symbole great, symbole en valeur, symbole en niveau. Monde par contre pour qu'ils ça pas acheter Mercedes encore. Et tout ça pas rien même les son utilité liée. Mais quand on a vivre dans un moment côté que nous avons capacité pour acheter propre compagnie pour nous faire propre machine UV, machine à électricité. Machine à électricité pas même marché à courant même pour le marché. Machine à électricité, marché à électricité. Quand il y a électricité, sous les machines, on va voir qu'à vendre électricité. Il y a free energy everywhere. Une machine qui marche à courant, my friend. Et qui fait tout ça, une machine doit faire. Et fois ça, nous avons une chance moi avoir pour entrer dans le market là. Mais est-ce que nous, là encore, market online. Et ça fait que là, ils ont un huge spike. Moun parle dans Amazon encore pour l'acheter. Mais on me dit pour vendre pire. Si nous prenons exemple, un paquet haïtien qui a kembe restaurant yo, y a kembe restaurant, y a tant de monde entrer dans restaurant, de jour en jour paquet haïtien ouais monde pas entrer dans restaurant yo. Mais si m'ta dit pour qui ça pas quoi, c'est parce que tout le monde ça acheter online. 50% dans cob qui acheté dans dépenses qu'a fait online sorti dans téléphone. Alors le monde dans téléphone, ça va le claquer, service m'a chercher à near me. Dans service l'a chercher à s'il mettait soudi, courant, service ou bien téléphone, Google algorithme n'a pas le monde qui est déjà plus près qui compte keyword ça qui travaille pour yo qu'on valeur placer pour yo parce que compte keyword c'est client. Visibilité monde qui chita devant dans marché c'est lui qui vend avant. Tout bagaille ça vient fait que c'est des règles, c'est des techniques mais tout sont coquins leur rentrer dans game ou pas connaître. Retail trade vient tomber dans une situation côté que 16% de la gasoline station vient descendre. Ça va commencer et ça peut empêcher que moi-même avant chaque fois on gagne ici dans 2 millions mon acheter pour $300, $350 gaz dans mois, c'est 7 billions de dollars. C'est 7 billions de dollars qui allent dans l'économie. Et ça fait en 2019 celle. Ça veut dire là commence à comprendre bookstore. Tout bagarre marché ça même. Les gon spike de plus 7%. Non retail store plus 30%. Et ça spike yo, on série de 4-5 billions de dollars de spike. Ça lui même lui font descendre General Merchandise Store. Ça veut dire côté moun qu'on a allé dans boutique côté fort allemand, y a bagay là parce qu'on connaît ça tout sorti tout ça fort bagay là fort man qu'on a acheté devant derrière ou qu'on mesure ou qu'on tout bagay everywhere anytime somebody. So when you understand that there is a huge spike in the online store, how about we create a community? The best way to deal with it, we need a new economy, and a new economy is a new behavior. Tout le monde qui pas mettre en harmonie avec behavior, you're gonna fall, you're gonna suffer. Now, pendant nous même n'a cherché job, we still generate in the economy at least $6 billion every month. Every month, it doesn't matter what, because you have to, the basic needs are $3,000 a month. The feeding, the gas, the lighting, the water, the internet, the food, and it's $3,000 a month. Insurance, you gotta maintain yourself. Clean the, It's 3K minimum base wage a month. Every time 2 million people in a community spend 3K a month, it's $6 billion for every year to year. Now, how about we started to understand how business works, and when we understand the spike, the huge spike on the e-commerce, now how about we do our own e-commerce? Of course, en pile nan nou kreye e-commerce nou, yo pa di nou kon sa kwa bezwen kliyan, e yo pa di kon sa ki internet la e reken, pi go manje piti. If you want to be part of a community where we use business as a form of education, a form of learning, and we support each other, how would you feel if you had 500 clients with $20 purchase, net income, shipping not included? How would you feel? How would you feel? How would life be easier for you? You see, the release is 244 billion, or 43% on 2020 years on the pandemic, and the pandemic went to 571 billion to 871 billion in 2023 and in 2020. Nobody talks about it, right? And that's the retail store for the blue, and the blue asterisk, right? This is for e-commerce, and this is the blue, and this is e-commerce. Spikes. Amazon had to split their stock, if you understand what that means. So this is the reality. Now, how about you have your own shop, and there is a lot of benefits when you have a store. Let me try to ask you, what are the benefits of having a business, right? We just ask. Benefits from a business: costs are often tax deduction. Listen to this. Look at this right here. Get down to business. They are encouraging you to do business because the benefits, it's a tax deduction. Well, they're selling a product. They use sometimes the keyword for you to get into the website. Benefits of starting a business. Worker. Listen to this. And you're, wow, benefits of, so there is a benefits on starting a business. I didn't know that. I didn't know if there is a benefits in starting a business. Of course. Thank you. Kickstart a new business. Get started. Somewhat people know the early know starting their own business. Others find themselves starting business due to the life changes, parenthood, retirement, or losing a job. You see, when you lose your job, this is when you're gonna say, "Thank God I had a business," because a business is not a business; it's a business license. That's awesome, right? Others may be employed, but are wondering whether the role of business owner, entrepreneur is right for them. There are numbers of benefits starting a business. There are numbers of benefits. Did you not look at this right here? Starting a business, but also the risks should be evaluated. The pros of starting a business, which means all the benefits on starting a business. Let's learn together. Soul in business. There can be many benefits to start your own business, included rewards. Not everyone defines reward the same way from it. It may be seen a new venture grow and succeed for others, may inquire into the unknown and striking out on their own. However, you define reward, starting a new company might hold that promise for you. Being your own boss, this is your first reward. When you start your business and are self-employed, you are your own boss and ultimately control your own destiny. Income, whether you view starting a business as an economic necessity, or please don't wait when it is a necessity to start to understand the ways of business, because you need and a way of making some additional income. So the only way to make an additional income, it has to be through a business. These are interesting article. You may find generate new source of income, flexible hours. Owning your own business is hard work, often required long hours. In some cases, having your own business may allow you to have more flexible hours and may stay at home parents, for example, choose to become entrepreneur. So you see, whenever you have time, you have can create business only needs your time, just like a baby. Whenever a home parent stay home, they start to figure out how I'm gonna maximize the income because I have to stay home. So am I gonna use rent some piece of the house because we need some more income to move forward. A business is a business family. If you have a family, you have to understand families are attached. They see each other, they can count on each other, and when there is an event, everybody pull up because family brings life to other families. So imagine when you do a pop-up shop, it's a family of business and they sustain each other, they survive. When you say flea market, these are family of sellers. Purchase in everything, every business that you ever bought or families of sellers going to you. So how about you create your own family? So you see, your flexible hours owning your own business often require long hours, of course. Purchasing an existing business, while it may not be viewed as starting a business, purchasing an existing has proven beneficial for many business owners, but undoubtedly required both financial and time investment for business that are already profitable. These new business owners jump past the true startup phase into running a mature business. You have to go to the startup phase. The cons: starting your own business have many benefits, but keep in mind, business succeed as you consider whether to start one or not. Assess your strength and weakness. I am a is self-employed right now is right for you? Do you want to be free? Do you want to control yourself? Do you want to do what it takes, to stick to your dream and then to keep going, to do what it takes? Determine your startup costs. You may need these on your own, and we need to secure loans and other type of outside financing. So you think about others, and we think about others about financing. Research marketplace. I've evaluated competition. When you get into business, you cannot just come in the street and then try to sell anything. Who's selling what I am selling? Anybody that already selling what you want to sell is a competition. And these are words, we have to be aware of them. Two businesses are not really friends, just like two countries are not really friends. But they have to create a deal in a contractual environment where both can survive. Just like two clans, the wolf and the lion. And the one with the most power get bigger. So everybody is spying on everybody. They spy on whatever it is. Outline your business goal. What do you want to accomplish and will consider a success? What is it that you want to do? It could be anything. Vaccine, don't worry. As long as people want to buy it and you're serving big people to create money. And if you don't want to try to fight for freedom, benefits of starting a business is not a conversation. But I believe it's a challenge for every father and every mother. I believe this is one thing that you really want to leave behind. You want to leave that as an inspiration for your children. I believe this is something that you really, really, really want to do. And if something that you really want to do that, it is something that crosses your mind, www.tag99c.com offers just that service. So feel free to pass by. And now we're back again to the main panel, tag9inc.com, the community. On the second phase and on the second label, we're going to talk about soul. This is a beautiful exercise. Do you have a soul? How do you know you have a soul? Let's make some research. Soul. Because when you're doing business, you need your
soul. Soul.
You need your soul. To do a business, you need to do a sole proprietor. You have a birth certificate testifying that they are witness your soul present. That's why you are in a solar system. Where there is a moon, you deal with money, money, right? Money, right? When you love, you give your moon away. When you fall in love, you receive and sharing the moon of each other. Because it's a solar system based on the soul, and the soul needs a moon. A soul is the middle path between a lot of things, right? But that gets to the philosophy of it. What is a soul? A soul is a substantial entity believed to be that each person which lives, feel, thinks, and will. So the three basic forms for the soul is thinking, feeling, and willing. The characteristic of the soul is will. Soul is the source of all form of life. But the characteristic, so wherever there is a soul, there is irrationality. What is irrationality? What doesn't go along with my own rules? When I don't understand someone else's culture, I say they are irrational. And when they don't understand me, they say that they am funny. It's just the expression of will. Will and knowledge of these wills pass from generation to generation. So basically, God is will. And if you pay attention in the Old Testament, it was a will debate. Are you going to do as I ask? Or I'm going to kick you out of the Eden garden of the secrets because I don't want you to eat the will. Because when you have knowledge, you will to be the king. Today, everybody is the king, is the queen. Imagine that if you knew how to be the God, you will call yourself a God. They call themselves kings and queens and all kind of big rapper name, but they don't dare to call them divine names. They don't know their divine names. A divine name is a behavior. That's what name means, things. So if the soul is a substantial in everything that lives, and it has three basic functions, it thinks, it feels, and it wills. So in the dictionary, spiritual, emotional part of the person, animated existence, life, living from Proto-Germanic. So sometimes will is the key, because will is the testimony that we have a soul. So what is a will? And that's it. This is a will. A will is to determine by fact or choice. I determine to do this based on my fact, based on my choice. Choice, not belief. So will is God. If there is one secret they have hiding for humanity for a long time, is will. Will is the only source, the only reflection of the power of true God. Hidden in law, hidden in poetry, because they didn't want you to know that you can be free. I'm not telling you any secret you didn't already know. Everything around you is manipulating your will. Think about it. You wake up this morning, what is it you really want to do? What is it you really want to do? These, my friend, freedom and living in paradise is not something you can mimic if you have never experienced it. Paradise is something you create for yourself. You have no ideas, but all you have it's a memory that you want to meet. Today and now, God is will. And when I say God is will, you feel that God is real. God is Israel. God is will. Israel is the will of the mother. Ever since the mother was created, she has a will on her own. In her necessity, the basic things that she needed were special things. So she had to have a constitution for her own. That's why we have God the mother, Israel. Also, the father have different needs. More physical needs. An architect's needs. He needs tools to do things for peace, to build peace. So they had to create a constitution, which is the law of God the Father. And there's another will. God the Son. It's both the constitution of the mother and the constitution of the Father. So the Son is the voice and the will of God the Father and God the Mother. That's what it is. Being the constitution and the will for both God the Mother and God the Father. Now, when you understand that will is the source of God, what is it holding you from being free? Most of you are free. You want to be mad about someone telling you things you already know. That's why Kanye West told you that freedom and slavery is a choice. It still is today because it is written in the Constitution. Truth is never be spoken, it is written. So if you read a Constitution, these are their contract of slavery. Yes. But the truth is, nobody want to know the truth. Some dreams are sweeter than reality. Some illusion that you create for yourself are sweeter. That's why drugs, religion is the opium, the drug of the nation. A drug, but it's not a physical drug. It's a drug that promises you the exact thing that your soul ever need. Ever since creation, your soul is seeking for a door out. So someone promised you a door out. You don't know what it is, but you want a door out, a paradise, an eternal paradise where everything is free, where everything is easy, where everything is beautiful, where everybody loves you and you can be you. If you cannot be that paradise now, where would you be? Would you think if you never try to create? Even Hitler came here, he created a paradise. While your family and your father was alive, he created a Hitler paradise where he was able to do anything he wanted. How did he do that, you ask? Well, the story started, he started to learn and listen to a couple of priests. And he read a couple of books. And he realized that will is God. And the secret of will was guarded for generation to generation. Why? You make your son and daughter believe that you have the will over them. It's because it was taught. They realized that education is the most powerful link ever existed. So he started to learn and do experience on people. He tried to hack their mind because based on its research, he realized that there is churches, that's what they do. They torture you. They try to hack you as a robot with brute force. It's called brute hacking. So they realize that some of them has realized, because they are sociologists, people tend to, they've been doing surveys every time. We are the best company, the best model are the church, my friend. They are the best organized ever. They are taking record. They have the data, man. And what's happening is, when they realize that you do things willingly when you believe, and you do things willingly without resisting. So ever since they realized that you have a love language or a God language, singing. So I have to take control of your singing. And I change the word. Because your body stay clean and behave exactly as told or as heard. So if you singing in a rap gang, kill that nigga, fuck that bitch, you will hear that sound in every language. Coupe madame monsieur, in every language, because it's hateful. It will burn because it has no guidance. But when you put something else in the music, the respect, the love, and the pride, this is gonna be harder to pull someone out of illusion and darkness. And that's why at Tag 9 we offer an exercise, a priceless exercise from an ancient civilization, light chakra activation right now. In case you don't know, let me show you where the light chakra is so you will see for yourself. You will feel for yourself. What do you feel for yourself? I said light chakra activation. By saying light chakra activation, the light chakra is activated. Right? Now, this is what being of the divine. This is what God is. God is with me, means Emmanuel. God wants what I want. God gives me what I want. But I have to use God according to laws. Not in the law of injustice, but always leave things into my behavior to always call to justice. What is just. What is it is not. And I believe in I believe in fair judgment. So what is God? If God can listen to me, because God is with me. When God is with me, it shows its presence, and then it tells me, light your chakra, light your candle, because Christ is in the house, knocking on the door. And I want you to have that experience just to understand how good it is when you have your light chakra activated. And but what it means. When you activate your light chakra, what does it mean? What does it mean when you activate your chakra? What do you think you're doing? You think you're doing magic? You're doing mysticism? Well, actually, you're not doing anything. You're just being human. Of course, these information, you have to be initiated. It's funny, right? Every little baby was born with 7 seals. That's what makes them a Jew. A Jew is a jewel. A jewel is someone that has many gifts. Or how do you say gift? Many conscience. How do you say conscience? Many knowledge. How do you say knowledge? I don't know. But let's say that it is someone that is a perfect code. When the sun shines over this person, the sun is originally black. The light is incandescent. When they heat the melanin on that person, they generate a light. It recharges 7 aspects of the Jew. That's why God called these people a Jew. You see, the Jew is someone that is like a jewel that has 7 lights. People that doesn't know what it is to be a true Jew, to be Jew, is, that's what a Jew is. A Jew is a jewel. Someone that can work on their self, and then that can polish to the point that they can shine in different aspects. You see, God is 7 women, and let's say it like that. It's the Holy Shahs, right? It's 7 light and 7 aspect, right? It represents in politics, right? There is God in economy, right? There is God in art. The heart is the heart, the expression. There is God in communication, right? There is God in intelligence, right? There is God in, the universe, and there is God in money, rooted in this reality. The bank, the red, right? And there is God in pleasure. That's why everything business is pleasure. I don't know. Whatever you choose to do, it's pleasure. If you try to buy a car, you getting pleasure of letting you be seen with that car. Basically, at the end of everything is pleasure. You watch a movie for the pleasure you gonna experience after. You get into a room for the pleasure you seeking. Everything is pleasure. So God is simply what it is. God is you. And that's why you become a jewel of God, when you keep these 7 candles clean. By keeping these 7 candles clean, you can only inspire love. Of course, you can only inspire truth, the balance, when you know that you're on your own journey. And that's why having a business with a spiritual journey is the best combination. When you have a business and you have your spiritual journey mixed with your business with a lot of discipline, you can be overwhelmed. Because what you're doing is for a higher purpose. It's first of all, you're trying to be in the front of God, to be free. You cannot have 2 masters. You cannot have 2 masters. If you have 2 masters for too long, you will be getting too used to it. So your business is something. Happiness. What is it we're fighting for? The result of life is happiness. And I had to learn, because life is lessons. You only go back to lessons that you didn't learn. Activating your chakra is more of an exercise. At any time, any means, every time you meet someone and every time you feel someone, that time is you feeling you. That step, that link, that effort in reality, that challenge, that connection, that intention. You see, when I started to realize that God is will, I can feel and sense will of others. Will of pushing. Because sometimes you can be pushed without being pushed, because will are immaterial. And this is what happened when you have your chakra. The 7 chakra make sure that you remain clean. Like, it gives you never another eye, another form of radar or a form of security. Because you can identify, because you can be drunk without drinking. What is drunk? You drunk is when you just decide to let go of conscience, and then you choose random thought. You're not there, and then you just obey to everything you hear. That's what drunk is. Drunk means, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's a short-term hypnosis. Drinking is a short-term hypnotism. When you drink, you use it for short-term reprogramming. That's what it is. So when you understand that God is will, and will is immaterial, you would want to know more. A lot of people are spending a lot of money to get knowledge, and knowledge is everywhere, I guess. But if you want to be receiving an assistance from someone, and a light chakra, I love when my light chakra is activated. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but there is a little resistance. That person can choose not to have their heart chakra, light chakra activated, but me, I love and I feel and I really do enjoy when I have all the chakras activated. So me, I will remain with my chakra activated. Thank you. But you can be on the darkness. This is your choice. But I love when my chakra is brilliant. I walk into the light. So don't worry if you have a problem with the light. It means purity. You see the difference on how to have it lit and how to fight it. You have to be 2 different persons. You have to be someone else to fight the light. You have to be darkness itself. When you are attacking, you become the attack. You are no longer you. Observe who you are or who you were. Timeline is real when you're jumping. Emotion is really, it's a time travel stuff. So don't bite to emotion. My advice, remain the observer, because that's what I do. I observe. Of course, observing, I made mistakes, and of course I learn from them. That's what observing means. It's a position. And when will and feeling, sometimes these people try to hurt themselves. They finally hurt themselves because they don't know the rule and the law of quantum reality. You see, we are all connected. That's the secret of it, my friend. But when we are connected, we can feel each other. Presence, happiness, madness, resistance, or whatever it is. Or sometimes can feel anger or projection. You see what I'm saying? And these people, they call them seers. Seers, they say that they have the eyes of God. They are able to see things. Israel. And remember, there is a law for the son and a law for the father and the mother. All right. And there is a law for the son. This is, you understand it? So when you understand that much, you will understand that the power of the true light and the divine, having the chakra lit, will show and reveal people that are in a bad position. Because everything's supposed to be intertwined. The chakra is pure energy. If me, all I generate is light and pure energy of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, which is the first source of the energy, which is will. Pure light, believe in it. If you're getting into around my light, where I have no quarrel with you, you can sense my energy that you are in the past, which means I moved on. So if your energy is still remaining in that position, that is your choice. But at the same time, you're hurting yourself when things are not real, or as real that you want to put them. You create more resistance from yourself and more pain. You will be advised to follow the darkness. I have to tell you that the story of the Jedi is true. There is the Force and there is the dark side of the Force. Till now, I am still on the right side. And you will see the difference instantly. For those of you who are, young practitioners about the third eye, to feel and understand around you, these are things if I knew earlier, I would be really further from where I am now. It gives you what is the resistance in your environment. Because you need peace. If war is not coming from me, it's coming somewhere else. And that's why I have to tell you that I am myself a practitioner of the third eye. Yes, there is a lot of mistakes because there's a lot of things that are subtle. Things I didn't write down. Things that I think I can remember by mind and feeling. We now be forgetting that the key energy is the third chakra, is to always receiving, to be in harmony with the law. That's the third chakra. To be in total harmony, unification with the law. So that's why I advise you. If you are seeking, you are someone, you are an artist, you have, you block, you don't have how to connect with new music, getting guided, your inspiration, or you are a painter, a poet, a musician, a leader, I would advise you, in case you want to take a session, you can start using our technique to have your own session. A one-to-one session with our true reality. A one-to-one session where you can learn to master the dream of you. The mastery of you is easy. Just like it is stated in the Bible, everything will be like new. Your life will be like new. Every day will be like new. It means that you have the feeling, the sentiment of a renewal. Because it's a new beginning. It is more than an advice, it's a suggestion. because we don't give advice if not requested. But suggestion is, I suggest you learn how to open your third eye. Or I suggest you think about it. It's a new economy. You need to be faster. You need to allow yourself to adapt. You need to be a child again. You need to be in a learning position. The world is moving really fast. And most of us don't understand half of how the language of business being done. A lot of people are going to suffer, both in back in the country and both in here. The only thing is you won't know about it. You're too busy, or you're a victim of the algorithm. The best thing to do is to keep it this way. Take your journey to open your chakra and put some discipline. Don't wait before it's too late so you got a business. In case you got dropped by your work, in case you got dropped by something happened and then you lost your job. Start a side hustle. And as a matter of fact, many of them, because they are easy to have. And always keep your line on the water. And while you are in the business, get prepared. The only people that survives are the one who were prepared. I don't understand what preparation means, but preparation means prepared. Only those who truly has the will to do what it takes. Are you prepared? There's a lot of things in life. You put yourself in a situation telling yourself that, hey, I can do that, but you can't. Are you prepared? It's not a question for me, it's a question for you. And this is what it is. Don't wait till it's too late if you have a business to run it. Build that credit. Every business get maturity. After 2 years, they will be eligible enough to generate what it needs to be generated to build a relationship with every business. After 2 years, that's why Trump has 500 under his belt. Every 2 years. But you wouldn't know if you weren't in that path. If you were not curious, and if you don't have a third eye, you stop being curious. When you stop being curious, life become bored, harder to take pleasure. But when you remain curious, you like a baby. Every time you and your, in a little sector, you play with your imagination. You extend your limit. You keep practicing your imagination, and you will realize that's the first step to materialization. Whenever people has time to think and reflect, this is the best time of their life so they can become whoever they need to become. Because they're gathering information. Now you know. Don't wait before something happened and you lost your job. Create a business. And under one business, you can try multiple businesses. You will fail. Just like everybody failed for the first step. You will fail. Just like everybody has failed on the first step. So don't be afraid to fail. www.tagnanainc.com. And if you want to get in tune with that fear, practicing and focusing, I would suggest you activate your third eye. www.tagnanainc.com. Speak business or speak soul. And to heal, it's easy to heal. Healing is two things. Just like the soul is two things. Healing is what you think and what you eat. Because between what you think and what you eat, what you think will give you the behavior of what you eat. Look at what you eat. They put you in a direction and a body modification. If you're planting your own stuff, you will have a different body. If you're buying good stuff, you will have a different body. Everything is eating. Sometimes your dream comes from the food. Have you ever been inspired? Receiving information, eating a food? Just by feeling in a certain way. If you're a poet, you will receive poetry. If you're an artist, the light in the pulse of taste will, raise emotional and get you ideas. And that's what it is. You need to focus your mind onto one thing. And your mind will learn to give you these answers. That's what the mind was created for. And if you want to be a fan of yourself, and if you want to become and learn what is a Jew, and what it is to be a Jew, is to change, is to just like a ironsmith mortal with an hammer, the iron for many hours till they get the desired shape. Just like an artist is working on a rock. Work on your crystal. Yes, it is 2022 and everybody has 7 crystal. I had doubt on it till I went in a place and visited a museum into a country, and someone showed me a crystal and told me that crystal is all that left, because in these countries they don't bury people on their land. They have enough land, so they do their own thing to keep the people on the same land. And they told me that the crystal was all that left. And I was surprised, because I'm a fan of biology. Nobody ever told me that your body built a crystal inside. As a matter of fact, many crystals. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the 7 energy crystal. Every time the sunlight hit you, every time any form of light hit you, it goes to these 7 lights. So what do? You interact with the light. How do you do that? You become you. Now the question is, who are you? Are you a king? Are you a slave? Are you a peasant? Are you of a god? Are you of an angel? Who are you? You gotta come with the answer. The game is already set. All the players are there. You have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, I cannot help you, unfortunately. I can't. It is your own duty to know who you are. You know exactly who you are. Without the knowledge of who you are, you cannot go far. Trust me. Who are you? Are you playing? Or are you not playing at all? What is your status? Your power? What is your duty? What is your name in that game? What is your mission? What is your plan? What are you aware of? What is a move? What is necessary before I make a move? What is the result of that move? Will that move be beneficial at the end, or will that move be a reflection or a decision to satisfy the ego? Because there's no coming back. If you want to be close to God, these are questions that you need to answer. We are all part of God, and we are all with God. And yes, you will have to learn to understand that a will is something you claim. Thank you for being around. You can sense my presence and you can sense my energy as believe in it, with no growl inside. Do it the same. And if you want to learn, you want someone that can assist you and guide you into that journey. If you are someone like me with a spiritual unction, by the way, where is my crown? Please, can you put my crown on my head, please? I need my crown. Can I have my crown on my head? And that's how you demonstrate. A lot of people are talking. That's how you demonstrate. You don't talk. When you talk, you're not selling the product. If the product is good, you just demonstrate. And whoever watched the video will see. This is the crown chakra. So what I'm doing, I'm going to demonstrate to you how I activate your crown chakra right now. And to do that, I have to do that in me. I have to have that frequency in me. If I'm not good, I cannot give you any good. If I am in a bad moment, I cannot give you any good moment. Nobody can give what they don't have. And this is the crown chakra. Do you see it? Now you're going to feel it in your head. That's the difference. I can show you better than I can tell you. Yes, if you want to activate your light chakra and walk all around with your light open, there is a behavior, there is a tone, there is a way to behave, and and you will see the invisible will secure everything. But you have to be honest. Honesty is the key. Now, if you want my help, what I'm doing is not yoga. What I'm doing is not meditation, but I call it meditation because that's how people refer to it online. Or the keyword, But it's a neuromagnetic thing. As you can see neurotic activity in your brain, but you feel like defensive, right? The brain is clean, and you feel also an emotional activity, over your skin. You see the electromagnetic is boosted. It means there is an energy flow. There is a flow. It means the body is automatically, regenerating oxygen. You feel it just like you feel it just like you're happy or something, or you something, you feel something, right? You need that energy. In that energy, when you have it, crown chakra. And right now, everybody watching the show, hello, wherever you're at, you're supposed to feel the crown chakra in the top of your head. Head. So it was a pleasure. And anytime you want more about this demonstration, please feel free to go on www.tag99c.com and use the chat session, or let's talk and ask me a question about how you can get assistance on activate your third eye chakra. It is really inspiring. It is a great community. And remember, how would you feel if you have 500 clients with $20 purchase every month? Ki jon tap san tou sou de gen 500 moun kap achete bagay lan moun pou $20 chaque semaine ou bien chaque mois. Ça t'a fait ou t'a senti ou gen $10,000. Genre de connaissance ça yo, en pile moun ka te gen doit penser yo. Mais gon raison que fait dans tête ton monde ta comme li vini. Et ou après gen des bagay qui viennent dans tête tout. Gon raison pour ça. C'est lumière ça yo. So clean energy nous. Si vous besoin qu'on qui pour commencer avec chakra, si vous commencez pour corps, vous commencez généralement grand pile monde qui commence pour corps, commencer pour comme tout. Mais grand pile pas besoin de faire perte de temps, but you doit nécessaire pour faire expérience même. But on capable dire pour pas besoin aller dans le côté obscur de la force. La force c'est dans la phrase des orques si ici vont baver sur le front des nappes dépôt, mon nom est grave et tombe. Dans la tombe. Et bien trouve ça ombre comme micro-hommage plombe et moins de plume si j'avais du bon taf. Passe une bonne journée et si c'est un cas ou besoin d'un guide ou besoin d'un guide ou pas connaître because quelle différence entre chercher la paix avec les ancêtres et vivre dans le monde spirituel. Actuellement par la voilà là, ça y a les onctions, so on des pasteurs dit il y a onction spirituelle, c'est un bagage tout pasteur t'a supposé gagner, prêtre là gougan, tout le monde qui est spirituel t'a supposé gagner si on fait ascension spirituelle. Si lumière va sauter en bas pour monter en bas, monter pour monter en l'air tête pour le pic. Moun ça c'est en l'aile sorti la descendre et ça y va même courant oui. Donc moi mettre au courant pour capable peut-être ou dans qui univers vivre ou vivre dans univers côté que moun pas garder avec yeux moun garder avec nam peut-être mettez yeux dans yeux et n'a ouvert en communauté non seulement tout nous connaître pour nous prier. L'Éternel dit nous pour nous prier faut nous capable vivre indépendant. So, premier bagage pour nous faire, faut que nous mettions ensemble pour nous générer l'argent, pour nous capables de prendre soin de l'autre. Parce que pour sortir, c'est pour les gens te dire, sortir à Babylone, nous sortir en Égypte. Pour sortir en Égypte, il faut créer une communauté. Et communauté ça, faut qu'il y ait des bagages pour manger, des bagages pour boire, côté pour dormir dans la communauté ça. Ou pas quitter ton côté, ou traverser la mer pour pas jouer de côté. Ça dit faut gagner terre, faut gagner cob, faut gagner caille qu'à prétendre, faut gagner c'est quito à quitter on saccagé, on monte descendre en prison, pas bien quito à quitter soit quitter on besoin cob. Dans voyage on besoin manger, si gagne si monde faut que gagne bagaille ou pas comprendre, faut qu'à manger. Tout ça besoin pour voyage là on va le faire là. Donc tout le monde qui veut faire voyage ça son voyage spirituel économique lié. C'est pendant on fait business ou camper dans la loi ou camper droite. Et pour camper la communauté. Tag9inc.com, moi espère message ou comprendre ni ou édifier. C'est gens penser pour activer l'esprit et on diet pour gagner c'est ça manger. Ou va manger ça, c'est au vendre plus cher dans moment là. C'est au vendre plus cher dans moment. Ou pas le sous montaler comme ça. But on a allé si ou chercher un monde pour capable venir master the dream of you because Dieu c'est volonté. Ou t'as même jouer avec volonté ou of course tout le monde qui passe ou bon bagarre dans monde ou abaisser quand même ou bon. Après, nous jouons avec volonté et ça a intéressé nous. Nous sommes capables de donner www.tag9inc.com. Et dis-moi ça, sorti. Tout le monde qui est en bas là, batterie chargée, sorti plume de pain, sorti. Bout magnétisme. Si vous venez dans le live là, I'm really sorry. Vous attendez encore, mais ça pour connaître www.tag9inc.com, nous fait 3 bagailles. Si vous avez besoin d'assistance pour start your business, venez avec un business plan, d'où vous avez besoin d'assistance dans le processus là, pour créer à fond. Si vous business déjà, vous avez besoin de scale, vous avez besoin de faire marketing, billboard, KPI, contrôler bras de préparer pour venir devant la banque. Si vous avez besoin, c'est son seul bac, on gère son série de faire pour remplir et pour remplir faire ça au comme la venir. Et si vous avez besoin l'ouvrir chakra parce que vous avez besoin toute tête tout dans mon dans business. Dans business la vie a continuer. Mon dans relation avec, vous avez des décisions, vous avez temps, etc. Vous avez besoin cœur avec tête en place. C'est si cœur va tête en place, c'est là ça parle qui gens émotion important pour business ou faire business c'est le cœur content. Ou le travail pas obligé, ou faire business le cœur content. Et c'est ça qu'il faut le suivre, ça aimer. Et c'est ça nous-mêmes, ces missions nous faisons, nous apprenons web purpose. Nous mettons qui boit pour commencer, nous faisons ça aimer pour faire business, après ça va prendre maintenant qu'on parle fond l'autre bagarre, nous faisons l'autre business. Et qu'on soit plusieurs business, soit qui étaient derrière pour petit tout. Tag9inc.com, c'est Fener Pierre Gilles. Sur TikTok, s'il vous plaît, nous arrêtez parce que 600 moun connaît, nous avons 600 follow pour nous commencer live on TikTok. Et ou même tout qui t'a aimé avec l'autre produit new, rad ou whatever, etc. Website là, Soul and Business, Secret You, tout besoin business ça, ou besoin un free website, ou bien besoin entrer dans Mindbase. Si quelqu'un qui est intéressé dans Mindbase, feel free, drop moi dans WhatsApp moi et ouais Mindbase a gagné $10,000 là-dedans, il gagne comme là-dedans actually. Moi déjà là-dedans et me pense que pile nous même qui est pour Mindbase de moi et si ça nous intéresse pull up, on nous pull up on regarde pour les questions capable faire parce que 10,000 moun qui bon Mindbase qui achète 2500 Mindbase qui plus que 50 centimes, li bail $1,000 ak moun qui en bas là. Ça dit si nous gagne 10 moun qui entre en bas moi fait $10,000 et nous même n'a cherché mettre 10 moun en bas nous chaque qui fait $10,000. Son investissement li avant décembre son l'argent qu'a bail et c'est comme ça li business entrée on fait quoi pour sortir right. Donc Mindbase it is blockchain l'ouverture nous gars ça qu'a fait de moi c'est tag9inc.com. Dans nos premiers moments arrivé sur maman dans nos pas arrivé sur la part pour la première paix mondiale tag9inc. Vous besoin faire business ou on parler et vous besoin ranger parler non name reading, cleansing, nettoyer tout, move energy, flow, healing, trauma, whatever. It depends, ça va dépendre de vous-même. Je dis bon, merci un pile. Chamberet par Molly est toujours like, follow un sujet et puis suivez nous la blague là. Et excusez-moi si un peu le monde dit pas parler bagaille ça encore, mais parler pas faire zac. Encore une fois, tout si vous avez business, vous besoin $35,000 jeudi avant le midi, ou pas besoin pile bagaille pour qualifier, vous besoin 3 bagailles. Ou besoin montrer dans le carnet banque business dans 3 derniers mois qui sont passés là que vous mettez $3,000 là-dedans pour petit. Ou besoin montrer que vous gagnez un business. Ou besoin montrer téléphone business là, email business là et ou besoin dire qui est souillé. Dès que vous pouvez information ça aujourd'hui là ou recevoir 25 à $35,000 pour petit avant le midi. Sous son restaurant ou bien un camion tout qui fait $15,000. Dans 3 derniers mois qui sont passés là ou en Amérique. Ou ka montre ça son bank account en bas en incorporation. Les amis m'ont gagné un contrat pour recevoir $2 millions in funding dans semaine là on a commencé à faire mouvement. Depuis ça intéresse, let me know and let's work it together. C'est des simples process. Et puis tout, Kembe Red Bamoli, ça seulement battre pour crédit ou pas petit que 5,50. Please. 5,50 par crédit. You know. So, nous dit tout le monde, quel que soit quand on de nous rassembler, c'est une question de follow. Et songez que nous, à représenter une communauté, nous encourageons tout le monde qui veut faire partie de la communauté, ça va commencer à mettre ensemble. Et nous encourageons tout le monde qui est dans la communauté, à nous tout ça, tout fort pour gagner business. Cette étape pour nous rassembler 43 millions de dollars, 43 millions de dollars dans 6 mois. Dans cette étape, ça, il faut qu'on ait un business pour qu'on ait une première étape, il faut que nous rassembler. Et c'est ça qu'on a fait là. Deuxième étape, il faut qu'on vienne avec un plan sur long terme, pour que nous sommes capables de mettre ensemble pour nous dire, mais qu'est-ce qu'on a fait chaque mois, là, nous ramasser 1,2 million de dollars. Troisième étape, il faut qu'il y ait un comité qui peut gérer des départements, avec des mouvements, différents bagages, sauf si on fait un comité pour faire, etc. Quatrième bagage, il faut que nous apprenions la loi. Faut que nous avons côté dans mi-temps nous connaissons loi nous qui j'ai pour traiter l'autre et qui j'ai pour traiter monde tout et les connaît les traiter nous mal c'est qu'un bagage faut que nous parle aussi qui règle dans mi-temps nous pour nous pas jamais séparer parce que devant nous craser nous cas non problème c'est-à-dire nous c'est dernière génération pour aider ça donc qui loi pour nous mettre dans mi-temps que système pour nous toujours garder un système pour nous changer que c'est frère nous et la constitution dit pour nous pas arriver dans trop loin qui j'ai pour nous faire étape 6 pour nous commencer à voter. Chaque décision qu'on prend dans les mains, que tout le monde vote pour nous dire ça nous sentir. Étape 7, là nous faisons voter, nous prenons une décision ensemble, nous signons un contrat au courant, nous célébrons ensemble et nous garder ça, nous planter à ça le bail parce que nous créons ici de manière tout bagarre ensemble. Et nous disons ça toujours, 30 premiers jobs que nous avons créés dans la communauté, ça c'est une belle bagaille. 30 premiers jobs que nous avons venir, 30 premiers moments petits, 30 nous avons bail un job, il a fait le prix, il a garanti 10 000 dollars chaque mois. Vous comprenez ça veut dire? 30 premiers monde ça que nous avons choisi là, nous avons garanti un job de 10 000 dollars chaque mois. Of course, si vous êtes capable de faire, si vous déjà qu'on fait, monde qui qu'on fait, nous avons un job là, comme ça, pas besoin de travailler pour monde et vous arrêter côté arrêter là. Vous faites petit job, vous petit business, vous employez l'autre monde. Ça va dépendre. But yes, il faut que nous rassembler et rassembler, nous besoin de nom, pour non numéro de téléphone pour sign in. Utilisez le link qui là, n'importe quel cap maintenant qu'on doit aller là. N'importe quel comité, la menon pour faire une communauté, ça fait avec expérience. Donc, dans les commentaires, songez mettez pour nous, s'il vous plaît. 1. Dans qui métier qu'on travaille pour nous là. 2. Qui métier qu'on gagne, mais qu'on peut travailler sur lui. 3. Qui métier qu'on rêve travailler sur lui. Billing address avec company name, c'est sous gain business déjà. Pas oublier ça, son forme pour nous garder tout ça gain et tout ça va gagner là. Tout ça va le besoin pour business sous gain là. Voilà. Ça veut dire, sous pour gain website, nous make sure qu'on website. Si vous avez tel bagage, nous make sure que vous avez billing address, nous gain. Ça c'est forme pour entrer dans la communauté à tout, mais c'est forme dans tout. Vous mettez photo profil, photo d'identité, la boss, une photo. Tout ça, vous avez besoin pour représenter business. Vous avez besoin de photo d'identité digitale, vous avez besoin de logo. Tout ça, vous avez besoin. Chaque petit bagage, nous allons montrer qui ça pour faire tout bagage. Encore son courtoisie, tag990.com parce que nous n'avons pas l'autre choix que mettre tête nous ensemble. Cliquez n'importe côté, fill l'information, nous avons toujours update tag990.com. Cette étape pour nous rassembler 43 millions de dollars en raison de 1,2 million de dollars chaque mois. Moi, c'est passe une bonne journée, échanger que like and follow everywhere sur Instagram, everywhere. Et ma vie, tout le monde, Kembe Red et Pamoli. Si vous besoin de contacter, allez sur WhatsApp, numéro de téléphone, temps pour pas poser l'autre question dans le football, etc. Chaque monde qui est fanatique, moi, c'est fanatique sécurité et c'est fanatique la vie avec l'espoir. Je suis fanatique gratis. Je suis fanatique. Et c'est sur raison ça là, je dis ça que big up, m'a quitté nous tout aller, passe un bon moment. On est content ouais nous, hein? T'es content ouais nous? C'est un plaisir. Vous levez matin de faire computer freshly, you know, that's really good, refreshing. Et changer tout dans Instagram, nous c'est tag9_inc, sur Facebook nous c'est tag9 et sur YouTube nous c'est tag9. Sur Twitter tout option nous à commercial, sur Instagram, sur TikTok, comme mettez 369 but les plutôt mettez tag9 on va besoin de nous tout. Donc nous petit groupe bien si en pile de sauter ensemble avec nous là, c'est un short feeling et changer ça. Ou besoin d'aide pour business ou assister en business ou venir nous parler business, feel free sign up and pour rendez-vous vient parler. Et ou même tout besoin chakra parce que toi bagaille nous fait nous parler nom, nous parler business et nous créer une communauté nom avec business. Peace, follow for more.